I don't even know what that was. What the world's going on? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Seth Siyon. Another episode of Conscious Conversations. 101 with Seth Siyon. I know I didn't do anything last week. My apologies, but I got some good shit tonight, and I got some good shit for this week. So, um, expect to get some messages this week for sure. I'm gonna allow some people to get on real quick before I start. So, yep, back at it. Got some good material for you, some good messages for you. How y'all been doing? Ain't nobody came in yet. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I guess people start coming in a minute here, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. So yeah, hey, to my people, que pasa, mi buena gente. Hace calor aquí afuera, for real. Word up. If you know, you know. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna get it started. What I want to talk about is pretty much a lot of things. It's a lot of things I talk about with the self-love, self-care, self-awareness, self-realization. So let me clear this right here. So like, I'm not religious. I'm not in any religion, but I've studied many religions. And what I do is take the truth out of all of them, and I discard of the ego, which is the falsehood, the control part. But like I said, they all have truth and they all have falsehood. So, but I understand my audience as well. So I have to, even though I'm outside the box, sometimes I have to go in the box to help people get outside of the box. So I'm gonna start off saying that because I'm about to use a scripture for what I'm basically talking about. And of course, this is Christianity. Like I said, I know my audience, so I have to be able to relate or have people to understand me, to be able to have to go inside the box, so that they can understand, to get outside the box to understand us. And I say us because I'm not my own. I speak off inspiration. I speak off downloads, what's been given to me, so it's not me. So I'm gonna start off with the scripture that says, "Love thy neighbor as you love yourself." That right there is they left a lot out right there. You know what I'm saying? They left a lot out. Love your neighbor as you love yourself, and it's not saying like your next door neighbor, like somebody live beside you. It's speaking, it's speaking of just mankind in general. That's what the neighbor represents, mankind in general. So it's not speaking like your actual neighbor from your house or apartment or whatever. But the thing about it, what I'm getting at is they're missing a whole lot, because most people don't even know how to love themselves to be able to love their neighbor. So how can somebody love their neighbor if they don't know how to love themselves? That's what I'm getting at right here. A lot of people don't know how to love themselves. So that's why we are in a world of illusions. We're in a world of facades. We're in a world of just not real. You know what I'm saying? Because people have been so consumed with the world that they don't even understand themselves, because the world has them distracted. Again, it says love your neighbor as you love yourself. If you can't love yourself, how you gonna love your neighbor? So that's no genuine love. If you don't know how to genuinely love yourself, you can't genuinely love anybody else. And that's why the world is like it is. That's why, relationships are like they are, being whatever, marriage, friendship, family, whatever, co-workers, whatever. It's not genuine because people don't know how to love themselves. And the reason why people don't know how to love themselves is because they don't know how to love themselves. And that's something that hasn't been taught. It hasn't been taught in schools, hasn't been taught in the religions. Well, I will say this. Out of all the religions that I studied, the one that really focused on like self-love, self-realization was Hinduism. You know what I'm saying? I will say that. Um, that was one religion that really focused on the self. So I won't say that it hasn't been taught, but in this society, in this, geographic area, it hasn't been, because this is mostly ruled by Catholic, Christian, so forth. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But so that's what I'm trying to break this down about how to love yourself, how to genuinely love yourself. I say it like that because a lot of people might say they love themselves, but they don't. They just go off of what they see in society, what they've been taught, which was all false lies. So in order to genuinely love yourself, you have to first know yourself. And in order to know yourself, you have to spend time with yourself. And that's that's the part where it gets uncomfortable for people, because they don't, they feel like they have to always be around people. It's like they get uncomfortable being by themselves, finding out who they are, dealing with the demons. We all have demons, y'all. We all have demons. Ain't nobody exempt from that. And this is the thing about demons, right? We create our demons. Yes, they influence us, but we create them. So it's like we have to understand, and that's the whole point of understanding yourself, understanding like things that you need to reform from to not create these demons. And one of those things, like I start off with, is like learning how to live in the moment. Because think about this, right? When you understand that your thoughts are not your own, right? So when we have thoughts, it's not coming from us. It's an influence through that, but it's caused by us, if that makes sense. So for instance, if you wake up in the morning or before you go to bed, either way, and you thinking about something that happened earlier during the day, that's the past, right? Or something that happened weeks ago, years ago, whatever. Either way, it's the past. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Or you thinking about something in the future that you need to do, or something that you want to do. And again, who knows you're gonna be here to do that? Who knows? Tomorrow's not promised for nobody. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. So we get distracted by illusions, which are the past and the future, things we have no control over, things that we can't, like I said, the past is over with and the future is not here. It's practicing how to live in the moment, embracing the moment for what it is, and learning from, it's nothing wrong with learning from the past. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But my thing is, don't get caught up in the past, because sometimes when you go there, you stay there. Same way with the future. When you go there, you stay there. And there's no such thing as time. So like wherever your mind travels, that's where you're gonna be at. So learning how to embrace the moment and learning how to fix things as you, like, for instance, if you're thinking about something that happened earlier, whatever it is, and be like, you know what? How can I see where I might have fucked up at on that. So what caused me to do that? There's nothing wrong with that. But my thing about it is harboring on things that you might feel bad about, or things that you might like, somebody might have like said something to you, or somebody might did something to you. Let that go. Live in the moment. Learn how to live in the moment, because at the end of the day, like, that's how that's how these demons come about, because we harbor on things, and of course they're going to influence it, because that gives them existence. You know what I'm saying? That gives them relevance. I give you an example. Say for instance that you having a house party or whatever. Okay, you invite people over. So somebody comes to the door of your house. You open the door. Don't say a word to them. Just open the door. Go back doing whatever you're doing. And they might come in there and be like, you know, what's going on? Or, you know, you don't say nothing. You just continue doing what you're doing. Eventually they gonna leave, because they're like, man, ain't nothing going on here. They ain't got no hospitality or nothing. So I say this, like, ourselves are like, this is our house. Our bodies is our house. So we can't entertain these demons when they come out and try to like influence us in ways that, you know, are going to keep us distracted from who we are. That's going to keep us distracted from the moment. That's going to keep us distracted from, you know, getting to know ourselves and genuinely like trying to evolve as a person. Because at the end of the day, when you do invite people over and you entertain them, right? So that's what the demons do. They try to entertain to keep you distracted. So you just got to have that self-realization to understand that sometimes you just have to take the time to really, really, really get to know yourself. It's easily said than done, but it's one of the things where you just have to learn how to be still. You don't have to always be doing something all the time. You know, we feel like we in a society where it's like we always have to be a hustle bustle. Like, you have to be doing something. You can't just be sitting still. You know, the early bird gets a worm, and you got to chase the dollar, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what got us fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because no, you need to sit your ass down and just like into yourself. You know, find your peace. Figure out where your peace is at. That's the main thing. Finding your peace. A lot of people don't even know their peace. And, you know, a lot of people use, and that's one thing, I'm just speaking, but I don't judge nobody for what you do. You know what I'm saying? If you drink, you smoke, you get high, whatever. I don't judge. But what I'm telling you is, a lot of people use these substances to get that peace, but not even realizing that's temporary. Yeah, you're gonna feel good for a moment, for a couple minutes, for an hour, whatever. But then you're gonna be right back the way you were. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where the habits come, that's where addictions come and all that shit. But like I said, again, I don't judge somebody to do what you do, you know. And if you're doing it for other, you know, for good purposes, power to you. But to a lot of people, they try to escape by doing these things because they don't know how to find their peace. But there are natural, organic ways to find your peace. And I can give you some examples. Again, everybody's different, teach his own. But, you know, nature is one place where you can find peace. Nature. I always talk about and encourage people to go out in the woods, hug trees. I know it may sound, you know, I ain't gonna say it sound crazy. I think it's like the whole, like, people just think that's like, what's that gonna do? You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, like, trees are like our physical life force. That's how, you know, they supply the oxygen, and, you know, and they are grounded in the earth, both ways. So like, we gotta understand, yes, we have bodies, but we also, our main source is our souls. So like, the trees charged our souls. So when you're actually hugging that tree, it's kind of like you plugging your cell phone, charging it up at night. That's what it does. It charges you up. It's a lot of healing. It's a lot of clarity. It's a lot of peace. It's a lot of love, because, you know, we're all one with nature. You know, we're all one. At the end of the day, we're all one with nature. Walking on the ground barefooted, that's also another way to charge the ground, earthing yourself. You know, that's another way to charge. Even outdoor activities, if you like to fish, what I'm saying, whatever, what I'm saying. All this stuff is like free natural ways to find peace and to have clarity, serenity, and understanding of who you are and knowing your purpose. And that's another thing I want to get into too. And the only way to know your purpose is you first have to know yourself. You have to first of all know yourself, know your demons, identify your demons, rid your demons, and also learn how to work with your demons, which is something I know that hasn't been talked about. But you have to learn how to work with your demons as well. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we are human, and there are certain things, there's certain attributes with each of us that we have to be certain things for our purpose. And I might be getting too deep, but anyway, once you understand who you are and your purpose, then if you understand and know your demons, there are certain ones that you will have to, I would say, collab with and have a mutual understanding. Okay, I might have to say this for another episode because that's a little too deep. Yeah, they really fully explain what I'm trying to say. Cause I don't want to get too far on topic. Cause I got a lot of things I want to talk about. So yeah, but when I get to that one, definitely about that, how to collab with your demons or whatever. But so yeah, just getting to know yourself and don't expect nothing from anybody or anything. I think that's a lot of where people get caught up in. They expect things. They expect like, okay, because in any kind of relationship, friendship, marriage, whatever, if you can't be happy with yourself, if you can't be happy with yourself, if you can't get like the clarity and peace that you need by yourself, and you expect to get it from somebody else, then you're basically setting yourself, like, you're really just setting yourself up for depression. You're setting yourself up for depression. You're setting yourself up for anger. You're setting yourself up for self-pity, which is the main one, self-pity. Because at the end of the day, you have to be able to work things out with yourself. And the term they use, life be lifing. Yeah, like, I mean, nobody's exempt from that. And the thing about it is, what might be horrible for you might not be horrible for me, and what might be horrible for me might not be horrible for you. So we are like, it's different. We are different. So what you might be experiencing, I might look at it like, oh shit, man, ain't nothing. Then what I might be experiencing, you might look at it like, oh shoot, ain't shit. Oh, okay, again, we can't expect nobody to really fully understand what we're going through. Yes, we can vent. There's nothing wrong with venting. There's nothing wrong with talking about it. But my whole point is, you have to figure that shit out for yourself, because it's you. Ain't nobody gonna understand it the way you understand it. Ain't nobody gonna. I mean, that's just what it is. So, at the end of the day, when life be lifing, that means you have to take time to really see. This is the thing, like, just sitting around doing nothing, it's not gonna help. Like, you have to really get in tune with the creator, whom I call Yahweh. Like, you have to understand that you're not gonna get what you need from a physical or in this world. It's gonna have to be from the beyond. And you have to reach out. You have to connect in the way that only you can connect. You have to have your own personal relationship with the creator. And that's the part where I think people don't really understand. They just think just sitting around thinking about it. Because when you sit around thinking about shit, them demons gonna have a field day with you. I'm talking about, they gonna have a field day with you. They gonna have you. They gonna and there's nothing to joke about, laugh about. But think about how people commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not joking about this because that shit is real. You know what I'm saying? But my whole point is, they will drive you to the point where you want to just end it, because you just sitting there harboring these thoughts. You're entertaining these thoughts. You ain't doing shit. You ain't shit. You ain't mind. You know what I'm saying? So you have to learn how to. You have to learn how to find the divine, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to conquer and overcome it. And the reason why is because that's why the creator did it, like, cause he's like letting you know, like, you need me. You need me. Not him, not her, not them, not it. You need me. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole key. You got to have that personal relationship with the creator. You have to be able to sit aside, learn how to meditate, learn how to clear your mind. And this shit, like, it don't happen overnight. You know, I was forced to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I had a sense of how to do it before, even before I went to prison. I had a sense of how to do it, but once I got in there, I really had to learn how to do that, because you have no privacy. I had no privacy. I couldn't go in my room, close the door, and, you know, sit to myself, go to the bathroom, close the door, be at peace. No, I had to figure that shit out amongst the chaos, amongst all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it can be done. What I'm trying to say is, it can be done. It can be done, because you could be in worse situations and figure it out. Yeah, it's real. So yeah, man, take the time to really get to know yourself. Don't have self-pity. Don't be depressed. You know, just do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Don't expect nothing from nobody. Don't expect nothing from nothing. Just, you know what I'm saying? If anything, expect you to do what you're supposed to do. Hold yourself accountable. And I think that's where a lot of people, they don't do that. They don't hold themselves accountable. They hold other people accountable to help them, but you can't do that, because again, can nobody save you but you. Like, all this other shit about, you know, people saving people and all that. No, that's not real. The only way this world can be saved is people save themselves. It ain't gonna come from nothing else, no other being or nothing. It's gonna have to come from people healing themselves. We're in a world with broken people dealing with broken people. Only probably less than 3% of people are healed, and you got 97 people that are broken, because they're up under control under this society and this world. All right, so I'm gonna leave that alone for a minute, and I got another topic I want to talk about real quick. So, dreams. I've been having a lot of people coming to me about dreams, and for the record, yes, I do interpret dreams. I've been doing it for 10 years now. So I have not only experience, but I have the gift to interpret dreams. Because, like, if you don't have that gift to interpret dreams, I don't care how long you study, you're not gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? But I have the gift. I learned my gift, and I'm able to interpret them truthfully. And like I said, I'm not my own, so it don't come from me. It comes from the source. But I want to talk about dreams because people take dreams lightly. Like, they like, yeah, I had a dream, but it was crazy. You know, it didn't make no sense. Dreams are a way that the Creator communicates. Yahweh communicates with us, and through the natural mind, it's not going to make sense. It's not going to make sense. A lot of our dreams are through symbolisms and imagery, and mostly those. And so things that we might think is weird through the natural mind, it's not. It's just we aren't intelligent enough to even comprehend the truth, because we're going on what we know in the world. So I say this: when you do have dreams, you need to start recording your dreams. If you do have dreams, start writing them down, recording them, and meditating on them. And I mean, I know, a lot of people are not going to be able to interpret their dreams. Some dreams you might understand, but a majority of them you probably won't understand. But I will say this: if you're not having like, and everybody dreams, because I know a lot of people say I don't dream, like I don't have dreams. You do, you just don't remember. Um, and the reason why you don't remember is because your spiritual your spiritual line has been clogged up through the worldly things. Let me break that down. So like let me get like so when you before you go to bed, what most people I'm just gonna throw some things out there. Like most people before they go to bed, they watching TV, um, on the internet, watching reels, on the phone. Um, I can name a lot of things. I'm gonna keep it there, but but yeah. So you gotta think about it like this. Most of the time, right before we fall asleep, whatever we're doing or whatever we're entertaining is going to influence that dream. So I tell people like before you lay down, have that time of like silence and peace and meditation, and like really like examining yourself, or not thinking about nothing, or praying, speaking to the creator, asking him to help you or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and also asking him to give you a message through a dream. And I promise you that you will remember your dream if you was to like just eliminate all the worldly things you do before you go to bed. A lot of people like to eat before they go to bed, which is not a good thing. Cause you want to be as cleansed and pure as possible when you go to sleep. You want to be, yeah, cause it's not even healthy to eat before you lay down. Like when you eat, like when your last meal you're supposed to like eat, you should lay down for at least 3 hours. Yeah, you should lay down for at least 3 hours. So a lot of things that we do, it blocks our spiritual line from being to be able to remember our dreams. And that's why most people, they say I don't dream, or I might have had a dream I don't remember. Like that's why. Um, and I was like I went through a stage, before I got into before I knew who I was and got into my purpose. I was the same way. I had dreams every now and then, but it was like I didn't really remember unless it was something like what we would call like a nightmare, a bad dream. You know what I'm saying? Which in actuality, it's not. It's just like trying to like, it's like somebody trying to wake you up. Like, hey man, you fucking up. You need to get yourself right. You know what I'm saying? So, once I understood it, you like, man, I dream every night. Like I don't. It's not a night I don't dream, and I remember. And some of them be vivid. Some of them like be bits and pieces, but you know, dreaming lets you know that you are on the right track, because now you're being able to receive the messages and communications from the creator. And again, dreams have to be they have to be interpreted. So when you have dreams, you can't take them literal. I can give you some examples. Like if somebody, like, you have a dream somebody shooting at you or somebody chasing you, like, it don't mean that's gonna actually it doesn't mean that it's gonna actually happen. It's just warning you that people are saying, like, people are attacking you through their words, or people are coming for you, like, not physically but through other actions. You know what I'm saying? Also, when you have dreams of other people in your dreams, this is very important. When you have dreams about other people, this is not like 10 out of 10, but I would say 8.5 out of 10. Though that person in your dreams are about you, and most of the time, he's going to use people that you know. So It could be your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your best friend. But whatever that dream is with them in it, it's about you. And their name represents you. Their first name represents you. So if you have a dream about somebody named John, for instance, then that's talking about favor and your like you have some favor coming. If you have a dream about somebody named Carl or Carlos, that's more of a masculine type of energy that you're going through. If you're having a dream about a woman named Caroline or something, that's like your feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like the names mean like the names represent you. So, and not all the time. Sometimes you can have astral dreams about people and it's talking about that person, showing you something about that person. But that's rare. That's rare because it in order to receive dreams like that, you have to be trusted, and you have to really put in like you have to really do your shadow work and put in the self realization to be able to for him to be able to like show you things about other people. Because if you have dreams about other people all the time, you're gonna judge, you're gonna like you know what I'm saying. So he's not gonna show you things about people unless he know he can trust you. You have to be spiritually mature to receive those dreams like that. And it took me a while to be able to receive dreams like that. And even when I first started getting them, I had to learn how to not speak on it or like mentally judge it. You know what I'm saying? So I would see things about people, and I used to like try to talk to them about it or like, and you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to just like some shit. Just he just want to show you for like having just like if you have a best friend and you tell them like something about some other, like, look, I just want to tell you this about, but don't say nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know for your protection, for your safety about this person right here. It's the same way with these dreams. If he show you somebody else, then it's for you to know and not for you to tell it to nobody else or to that person. But yes, dreams are definitely real and they have to be interpreted. And like if you don't have them, you need to figure out why you're not remembering them. Because you are having them. Trust me, you are having them, but you just not remembering. So everybody dreams, everybody, and I could really have a whole segment about that. But I just want to like point that out. And also understand like when what I talked about earlier about life be life, and right, anytime that we're going through trials and tribulations, and when it seems like it's always something coming up, it's like soon as like you feel like everything's going good, something happens. Like we look at it as something bad, right? Like, why me? You know, every time. No. Be careful. Be careful. Be very careful. Like how you speak on that and how you like mentally like perceive it. Because anytime that you're going through things, it's basically like a message to you to help you. Like, all right, give you an example. You having car problems. There's always like something going on with your car. And dreams are the same way. So like your car represents you. Your house represents you. So when something's going on with your car, then it's something that's going on with you. If you have engine problems, it's something you need to fix with your heart. You know what I'm saying? If you have a dream about a flat tire, then that's if you have a flat tire, think about it. If you have a flat tire, you can't move, right? You can't go nowhere. You gotta get it. You gotta get it fixed. You gotta get a new tire. So when you interpret that, it's like talking about you. It's saying that basically your spiritual life, you're not going nowhere spiritually. You're flat. You know, because at the end of the day, even though we're in the physical bodies, our source is the soul, which is spiritual, and that's what like control, like that's what fuels this flesh. You get what I'm saying? I tell people like I just look like this. You know what I'm saying? I just look like this, but my soul is what is who I am. So again, when things are going wrong in your life, it's don't get discouraged, don't get frustrated, don't get irritated. We human, it's gonna happen, but also just understand that that's a time where you have to like sit down and be like, okay, this happening, what do I need to do, or what am I doing wrong? Hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable, because at the end of the day, it's just he's trying to like get your attention. I mean, think about it like this: like if you have kids, okay, and I use this term like, you know how they say, tough love, the best love, whatever. But like, so you have kids. If your kids are doing something that they're not supposed to be doing, then what are you gonna do? You're gonna correct them, right? You're going to like, hey, you need to be doing this, or you don't need to be doing that, you know. So it's kind of in the same sense with the Creator, with Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? He chastens us through, because if you're not able to if your spiritual line is clogged up with all the worldliness and, oh shit, they try to cut me off, y'all. That shit crazy. Uh-oh, I must be speaking some real shit right now. They try to cut me off right now. That shit crazy. Damn. I'm back now though. But anyway, try to make see they didn't. Anyway, like I was saying, if your spiritual line is clogged up with all the worldliness and all the cares and burdens of the world, then he's not going to be able to communicate with you spiritually. So what Yahweh would do is he would use physical things to happen to get your attention. So that's why things happen the way they do physically in the world. Like when things go wrong, or like, say for instance, like you have a money problems, and you broke, or you you struggling financially. See, money represents truth. Money represents truth. So what that message is, you're lacking truth. Simple. Truth is in the word. Truth is, the truth is out here now. Like, it ain't like it was back in the day. Like, you can get the truth now, but a lot of people don't like the truth because the truth hurts. The truth is, the truth is, it don't feel good to the flesh. You know what I'm saying? And I give you an example. Like, you can have people on Facebook or Instagram. They can put up like this like inspirational quote or inspirational message, personal from them. And you know what? It might get, 10 likes, whatever. But let them put up something like, yeah, next motherfucker to do this and goddamn and do that, I got something for their ass. Man, that motherfucker got like 200 likes. That's the world. That's the world. Like, the lies are more entertaining than the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad, but it's so. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. So, and that's why, like, when I do these, I just do this because I'm supposed to. Because I know, when if it's meant to be, it will be. But I'm not sitting up here like I'm trying to get out, because I know the truth. People don't like to hear the truth. They'd rather me sit up here and talk about, shit I did in the past, or what, some toxic shit. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, everything that we go through is a reflection of us. So, it's Michael Jackson said it the best, man. Michael Jackson said it the best. Look at the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. I forgot the other part, but check that song out. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. But he said it the best though. The man in the mirror. It's like it all starts with us, with me and with you. Looking in the mirror, find it out. Do what you got to do, because it all starts with the self. Stop expecting things from people, and allow things to just, be what they are. Live in the moment. Go with the flow. Everything is not meant to last forever. but enjoy the moment, embrace the moment, learn from the moment, because everything is a learning. Everything is learning. Everything is about learning and evolving. So don't don't uh, don't allow yourself to be manipulated by people who are vibrating lower than you. Don't do that, because misery loves company. And this one thing I want to, before I end this, I want to talk about this too. And I'm talking about self-realization. Learn how to love yourself. Do you? And like I tell people all the time, man. Like, selfishness is necessary sometimes. And I know, it's been, we've been taught, like, don't be selfish and no, fuck that. If you're doing it in a genuine way to get to know who the fuck you are, god damn it, be selfish. Say no. Do you. Make yourself happy. Stop. Cause see, what we like, the way society has groomed us is we live to make other people happy, and we miserable. Who the fucks want to Who the fucks want to be miserable and other people make other people happy? Make your goddamn self happy. If you not happy, then how are other people? Like, you got to understand, like, if you are not happy, how are people around you not gonna, like, you get what I'm going at? Like, you have to make yourself happy to make other people, like, it's like a what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a trickling effect, where if you around the same people, y'all on the same, like, vibrational level, it, like, feeds on to other people. Meaning, it could be your kids, it could be whomever, your co-workers, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you always want to make sure that you good, you happy. And what that does is, and I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen now. As soon as start to, like, do things for you and make yourself happy, and do the things that you love to do, those low vibrational people that you probably grew up with 20 years, 30 years, or whatever, oh, they're gonna be like, you think you watch what I'm telling you. Soon as you do that, they gonna start acting funny, because now you're not on their same level, and they want to keep you on their level. So if you start to, like, do things for you, oh, you gonna be the bad guy. Or why all of a sudden you doing this now? Or why all of a sudden you, the fuck it matter for? I'm doing me. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you just have to be selfish. Sometimes you just have to do you, and understand that sometimes you're gonna outgrow people. That's life. I mean, we've been given examples of that when we was in school. You might have the best friend in 7th grade. Y'all rock the whole year, and then in 8th grade, y'all don't have a class no more. You meet somebody else. That's just life. You know what I'm saying? That's life. I always said, like, the best friendships are the people that I might see once a month, once a year. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, when we do get together, it's like we never miss a beat. Those be those genuine friendships, because at the end of the day, if you're around somebody 24/7, all day, every day, then who is healing themselves? Nobody. Y'all just there, you know what I'm saying, accumulating each other's energy, which is low, because ain't nobody doing the necessary diligence to heal themselves, be to themselves. In order to heal yourself, you have to be in isolation at some time. You have to be to yourself. You have to be in solitude. That's the only way. You can't do it around other people, because they're going to distract you, and they're going to throw their vibrations and energy onto you to keep you basically a zombie. The same way at all times. So you have to understand that you have to isolate yourself. You have to be in solitude and be comfortable doing it. Be comfortable doing it. I was forced to do it, but there were times where I didn't, like I said, I didn't know that I needed it. But there were times where when I did do it, I was like, damn, I needed this. But of course, you know, I would continue doing the same thing. But when I was forced to do it for them 8 years, oh yeah. And there's like, I love to be by myself. I love, like, man, I have a good time with myself. I'm talking about the greatest time. And that's where you want to be at. You want to get to the point where you good by yourself. Like, you comfortable by yourself. You don't need nobody around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just in your own, you know what I'm saying, your own vibe. You feel good. You're enjoying yourself. You loving yourself. That's where you want to, that's the goal. That's where you want to be at. That's where you want to be at. It's not always expect to be around people and expecting people to fulfill something that they're not going to fulfill. The only thing that can be fulfilled is through you. If it's love, if it's fun, if it's happiness, if it's peace, and on and on and on and on. It comes through you. So you have to be able to do it yourself. And yo, I'm about to end this though, but that's crazy how they try to cut me off. It's like 35 minutes. I was in there. They tried to cut me off. So they let me know they own me. They own me. It's all good though. It's all good. But yeah, they tried to cut me off. I think I was speaking too much real shit for them. But yep. Anyways, y'all, I'll be back this week. Also leave your comments for those that's looking at this. Leave your comments. If you got anything you want me to share some insight on, leave a comment. I definitely, because like I said, I'm gonna roll this week. I'm gonna do a couple this week, so I'll be definitely checking the comments. 12-12. Yep. So yeah, man. Hope y'all enjoyed that. If you feel like somebody needs to hear this message, make sure you share it. And we're gonna keep it rolling this week. Alright, y'all. You know how to do this. Peace and love.